equal to 1 by T2 minus T1 integration T1 by T2. You can say F1T minus C12 F2T whole square dt. Okay. So what are the aim? To find the value of C12 which minimize the epsilon. You should satisfy the condition this dou epsilon C12 equal to 0. So dou we have to differentiate, okay, to find the value of C12 from here. T2 minus T1 integration T1 T2, and you break the square term. First of all, you write one F1T minus C12 F2T whole square dt. Okay. Dou C12 1 by T2 minus T1. You can write this is square A minus B formula. T1 minus T2 F1 square T dt. You can write minus twice, sir, equal to 0. Yeah, this should be equal to 0 minus T1 to T2 F1T C1 to C1 to this A. Okay, this A, this B, F2T twice AB means TT. Okay, plus this B square means C12 whole square. Integration, I am taking integration to all the term. T1 to T2 F2 square dt, okay, equal to 0. So you can say when you take this integration at the inside, if there is no C12 term, that term will be taken as a constant and that will give the 0 integration. Okay. So if you taken this integration inside the this bracket, then we will have 1 by T2 minus T1. 0 will become for this term because there is no C12 term. Here C12 term is there. That's why only one term only. Then it is gives only one only. Then we will find twice T1 T2 F1T into F2T dt. Okay. Here square is there. That's why twice x will become, because d by dou t is x square will be twice x. So it will come twice C12 into T1 T2 F2 square t dt equal to 0. Okay. So here, when you this term will be coming 0 because it's multiply. So right side is 0. So this also 0. So ultimately you will find what? You will find C12 as a integration T1 T2 F1T F2T dt by T1 T2 F2 whole square T dt. Okay. This is the ultimate equation of C12. The coefficient in case of signal where the error will be minimum. Okay. If we are going to represent a signal in terms of another signal, this is the coefficient on which the error will be minimum. Okay. So C12 equal to integration T1 to, this is the equation T1 to T2 F1T into F2T dt by T1 to T2 F2 whole square T dt. Okay. Have you taken the note?
Sir, integration F1 to F2 sir, T1 to T2.
inside it would be t only. It is a function. Integration t1 to t2 f1t f2t dt.
Okay, sir.
So what we have get? We have get c1 to equal to integration t1 to t2 f1t f2t dt integration t1 to t2 f2 whole square t dt. Okay. So here you can say, if you compare with the vector analysis, what we will get in vector case, we will have b1 into b2 b1 dot b2 by b2 whole square. Here also you can see, you can compare. Okay, here dot product has come as a integration then multiplication. Okay, so b2 as a function f2 and b1 as a function p1. So here you can say two signals are orthogonal like thus. Here vectors are orthogonal when dot product will be 0, though those are perpendicular. Here for signal purpose you can write the orthogonal definition like that. Two signals f1t and f2t are orthogonal if the integral of the product of those signal or function, those signals is 0. Understood? This numerator part, if this is 0, then the signal will be orthogonal. Or you can say the integration t1 to t2 f1t dt f1t f2t dt will 0, then we can say the two signals are orthogonal. Okay, and orthogonal about the signal implies orthogonal orthogonality about the signal implies that a signal cannot, a signal or function does not contain any component of the other signal. Okay, it's similar to the vector only. From the vector concept we are try to implement in the signal. Okay, if two signals are perpendicular, if two signals are their area, or you can say integration of product of two signal is 0, then the signal is orthogonal. And in different way we can say, if two signals are orthogonal, we cannot find any component of one signal in case of in other signal. Okay, so over. So what we can see that b1 dot b2, it's approximately or similar with the t1 t2. Okay, note 1 you take, this is b1. If you take as a or you take b1t b2t dt, if b1 and b2 are two signals, okay, then this is approximates. Or you can say the analogy of vector and signal, you can say the dot product of 2 vector is analogous to the integral of the product of two signal. Okay, understood? The dot product of two signal is analogous to the integral of the product of two signal. This is an analogy. Another analogy I have already said, that two vectors are orthogonal if their dot product is 0, and the two signals are orthogonal if their integration are also 0. That you can write too, okay, because they may write, okay, what is the analogy between vector and signal? You should write these 2 points if this contain only 2 marks. So you can write like that. Two vector v1 and v2 are orthogonal if what? v1 dot v2 equal to 0, and two signal if the question has come 2 mark to write the analogy between vector and signal, then you have to write these 2 points. Okay, the two signal f1t and f2t are orthogonal if when integration t1 to t2 f1t f2t dt equal to 0. So up to here, I think I have already taken the class for the section B, is not it? Up to this, I think. So please let me know this concept. Dot product is 0 if this orthogonal vector and orthogonal signal, this integration is 0. This must help you understand or not. This concept is required for the rest of the topic. Nothing more than that. Okay. These 2 terms you have understand or not, let me know. If you have any doubt, okay, these 2 terms, okay, or you can say these 2. In these 2 terms, do you have understood or not? Let me know. Only those equations are taken for derive all the rest of the equation. Okay. After this, you should your concept should be clear. Okay. Then 2 vectors are orthogonal when v1 dot v2 equal to 0, and 2 signals are orthogonal when their integration, a product of integration would be 0. Okay, this is you should know very well. Okay, and these 2 notes are very important. Okay. Okay, come to the some problems. Okay, not direct problems. Those are like a numerical only, like note only. You can take it as a note.
So move to previous page.
So it's over, I think, no? So come to the next note, or you can say next problem also. Those are very important. Okay, very important, often asked in the question in exam. Take as a one only. If a signal is given f1t equal to sine mt, okay, and f2t, till now we are dealing with 2 signal only, f1t and f2t. Here also we are dealing with 2 signal. f1t equal to sine mt is given, and f2t is given sine nt. Okay, one is mt, another is mt. Then prove that. They will ask prove that. But first one, prove that if m equal to n, if m and n will be equal, then f1t and f2t are not orthogonal. Okay. Or if m1 not equal to n, then f1t and f2t are orthogonal. Understood? If two signals are similar, okay, similar means if m or n are means equal, then the signals are not orthogonal. If this m or n not equal means two signals are different, then those signals are orthogonal. Therefore, the sign case, okay, sign. So how you can prove? So for the first case where m equal to n, okay. So suppose let m equal to, both are equal to 1, okay. If both are equal to 1, then f1t is sin t and f2t is sin t, okay. Both are sin t only, okay. And they are saying that when the two signal are orthogonal, can you say the equation? Two signal are orthogonal when t1 to t2, okay, f1t and f2t dt equal to 0. Dt equal to 0. This is, we know, already derived the equation. The two signals, they are asking to see the orthogonality, okay. And we know that two signals are orthogonal when integration t1 to t2, f1t, f2t, dt equal to 0. And since sin t are the means periodic signal, so we can take an interval 0 to t, only one time period we can take, 0 to t equal to f1 is given sin t, f1t is given sin t, and f2 is given sin t dt, okay. So this will be 0 to t, capital T is the time period, or you can write the time period as a 2 pi, okay. That may be given in the question. Over the time period, here you can write over the time period 2 pi, okay. Here 2 pi equal to sin square t dt. So what is the equation for sin square t? Integration 2 pi. Sin square can be represented as half 1 minus cos twice theta, okay, cos twice t dt. Just you break the bracket term, 0 to 2 pi half dt minus 0 to 2 pi cos twice t dt, okay. This cos twice t will give the 0 value, okay. For 2 pi value, integration, because integration will make it sine, and sine there is 2 pi integration, or sine 0 is there, so this part will be coming 0 only. So only this part will come, and this will be not equal to 0, you can say. This will give as a pi value, okay, and which is not equal to 0. Since not equal to 0, we can say when m equal to n, the signal f1 and f2 are not orthogonal. Thus, you can write f1 and f2 are not orthogonal. Understood these things? They often ask this question, okay? They will give two functions and they will say, okay, prove that whether these two signals are orthogonal or not. Then you have to take this formula to find the orthogonality, okay? After this is clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, then come to the then you can you prove that second condition m not equal to n, or whether I have to prove here? You try. If you don't if you are unable to do, let me know. I'll solve in next class. The second, okay, second one. If you take 2 and 3, take m equal to 2, n equal to 3, then you try to solve, okay? Yes. Or directly also with the taking the twice by also you can solve, okay? By taking m or n also you can you can say that if those are not equal, then these signals are okay. Let me do. This is important, that's why. Second is m not equal to n, okay? And let me take any value for m, any value of m or n, sin mt and sin nt will be orthogonal. Let me take any value of m or n, okay? Then what we should do, we know that two signals are orthogonal when t1 and t2, f1t, f2t equal to dt equal to 0, okay? Then here since a periodic signal, and let us take 2s pi as a period, and 2s pi take sin mt and sin nt dt equal to 0, okay? So what is the formula for sin A and sin B if something sin A, sin B is given? 0 to 2s pi. This sin A and sin B is given, then you can write half of sin A plus B plus sin A minus B t dt, okay? That you can write if sin A, sin B is given. So this equation you can write half sin m plus n t plus sin m minus n t dt, okay? So break the integration part, and 0 to 2s pi sin m plus n t dt plus half integration 0 to 2s pi sin m minus n t dt, okay? So what you can write, when you take integration in sin, it will become cos, and it will be minus, okay? Minus 2 by m plus n.
Sir, sin A sin B is equals to 1 by 2 of cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Sir.
Cos A minus B minus
1 by 2 of cos A minus B minus cos of A plus B.
Oh, sorry. Have you taken the note? It's clear. Here you can say sine something twice pi into means the sine twice pi is equal to 0 only value. Okay, sine pi, sine thrice pi, sine twice pi, sine thrice pi, 4 pi, all are below 0. Only sine pi by 2 is have value 1. Okay, 1. Otherwise, it's 0 only. And sine 0, we know 0. Okay. So that's why ultimately we have got the 0 below. That's why we can say sine mt equal to sine nt is orthogonal if this m or n not equal. Okay, if equal, these are not orthogonal. So it is clear. Have you taken the note? Give me the second property. This is I have given note. Okay, property means note I have given. If both the term is sine. Okay, so you can write here cos also. Similar case, you can write cos also if f1t is cos mt and f2t is cos nt. Okay, then also if m equal to n, then f1t and f2t are not orthogonal, and if m not equal to n, then f1t and f2t are orthogonal. Okay, take the note and you just prove by yourself. Okay, how these two terms are orthogonal. Many times they will ask. Okay, by replacing the m value, something numerical value also they will give. Okay, and they will say that whether those signals are orthogonal or not, prove it. Okay, and I am saying that if both signals are different, okay, for sine and cos, both signals are different, then those signals are orthogonal. Means m or n not equal. So take this is the second note, note 2. Take another note, note 3. In this case, if here cos is given, no, both the function is cos, and previous one is both the function is sine. Now the third number is if f1t is sine mt and f2t is cos t. Okay, cos nt. Okay, it may be cos, it may be sine nt or cos mt, anything. Okay, but the f1 is sine and f2 is cos. That's the thing. Then for any value of n and m, signal f1t and f2t are orthogonal. Okay, have you understood? This thing you just try your copy, try it at home, and whether you can solve or not, let me know. Though these are very important. Often they are asking here. One is sine, another is cos, and for any value of this m or n, the two signals are orthogonal. So what we have learned that cos signal and sine signal are orthogonal to each other. Okay, that's the things. So new concept we have come to learn that sine theta and cos theta are orthogonal signal. New topic, new concept. Okay, it's over. Have you taken the note? Completed? Then come to the another. I will take these classes also. I'll take like half an hour more. Another very important questions. Very, very important. Okay. Often asked. So that function sine n omega naught t, or it may be it is the word j n omega naught t. Somebody asked to move the slide. Please take the note. F1t is sin mt and F2 is cos nt. For any value of m, n or m, the signal F1 and F2 are orthogonal. Okay, you try at home. So suppose it is or, okay, or I am giving or. So that function sin n omega naught t or e to the power j n omega naught t, or something it's given. Let me sign only sin n omega naught t. Okay, and cos, here sin, here cos. Okay, cos m omega naught t, or in bracket right, or e to the power j m omega naught t, or sin m omega naught t. These are nothing, just I give. Comparison may come for this, this also, this also, this also. Okay, this and this also, this and this also, they may ask, this and this also they may ask. Okay, to show that the function sin n omega naught t and cos m omega naught t are orthogonal over interval t naught comma t naught plus 2s pi by omega naught. Okay, for any integer value of m or n. Okay, what they have said, so that sin n omega naught t and cos m omega naught t is orthogonal, are orthogonal over the interval t naught plus 2s pi by omega naught for any integer value of m or n. Here, can you say what is 2s pi by omega naught? Can you say 2s pi by omega naught is nothing but capital T. Okay, fundamental period, or you can say a period. Okay, T. This thing you should know. 2s pi by omega naught equal to T only. So it is very important questions.